You walk into a dealership with a bit of gray in your beard, and the salesman immediately steers you toward the back corner. He points at a 900-pound touring behemoth, a Goldwing or a Glide Ultra, and tells you it's the ultimate comfort machine. That is the biggest lie in the motorcycle industry right now. But there's a reason nobody talks about the alternatives. The bikes that actually keep you riding are often ignored because dealerships don't make enough commission on them, and they aren't cool enough for the glossy magazine covers. The reality is that heavy bikes limit your riding time. If your knees ache just thinking about holding up half a ton of chrome at a stoplight, you're going to leave the bike in the garage. The smart money isn't chasing ego, it's chasing ride time. I've pulled together 21 bikes that solve this problem, the insider secrets the industry overlooks. Every single one is under $6,000, and they prioritize fun over mass. We have unkillable Japanese legends mixed in with some new 2026 disruptors that nobody is paying attention to yet. If you want to keep riding for the next 20 years, you need to stop buying bikes by the pound. Section 1. The featherweights, handling and garageability. The number one reason older riders hang up their helmets isn't a lack of skill, it's the sheer physical effort of wrestling a heavy machine. That's why we are starting with the featherweights. These are bikes that weigh under 400 pounds but can still handle highway speeds without feeling like they're going to explode. First is the Kawasaki Z400, or Ninja 400. You can find these used for around $4,500. It has a special easy pull clutch that offers one of the lightest lever pulls in the entire industry. If you have arthritis, this bike is a lifesaver. It cruises easily at 80 miles per hour, but is light enough to flat foot and push around the garage without breaking a sweat. Next, the Honda CB300R is practically buoyant at just 317 pounds wet, lighter than most scooters. For bad knees, the lack of mass means you never fight gravity at a stop. The Neo Sports Cafe styling looks premium, not cheap. Plus, the ergonomics are dead upright. No hunched back, no weight on your wrists. It's the closest thing to riding a bicycle on the interstate. Then we have the wild card, the Husqvarna Svartpilen 401. I'm talking about the leftover 2023 models here, not the brand new redesign. Dealers are clearing these out for well under $5,000 right now. It uses the KTM 390 engine, which is a punchy little single cylinder, but it's wrapped in a package that looks incredibly stylish. It has a flat seat that makes it easy to slide on and off, and it comes with adjustable suspension, which is rare at this price point. It's a great pick if you want something that looks European and premium, but costs less than a used Sportster. For those who hate the vibration of a single-cylinder engine, look at the Yamaha MT-03. This runs a parallel twin engine, so it's much smoother at highway speeds than the Honda or the Husqvarna. Yamaha also cut the seat height lower than its competitors. If you have a shorter inseam, this gives you a lot of confidence when you put your feet down. It's not the most exciting bike on the list, but it's bulletproof and holds its value incredibly well. Finally, for this category, we have the BMW G310R. A lot of people think BMW is out of the budget, but you can find these used for $4,000 easily. The reason it makes the list isn't the badge, it's the suspension. BMW tuned the forks and shock to be much more compliant than the Japanese bikes. It soaks up bad pavement and potholes that would send a shockwave up your spine on the Yamaha or Kawasaki. It feels substantial without being heavy, giving you that German engineering feel without the 600-pound weight penalty. Section 2. The Flatfoot Cruisers, Comfort and Confidence. Now, lightweight is great, but for a lot of riders, confidence comes from one specific thing: putting both feet flat on the ground at a stoplight. If you're tiptoeing a bike, you're stressing your hips and knees every time you stop. This next group solves that problem with seat heights under 28 inches, but without the massive weight of a Harley touring frame. Start with the Honda Rebel 500. It works because of the mid-controls. Unlike cruisers that force a painful clamshell position, the Rebel keeps your feet underneath you, saving your lower back. Plus, the parallel twin doesn't shake your fillings out like a big V-twin. It holds value incredibly well, so you basically ride it for free. If the Rebel feels too compact, check out the Kawasaki Vulcan S. It uses the 650 cubic centimeter Ninja engine, so it actually has highway passing power. The best part is the ErgoFit system. The dealer can swap the bars, seat, and pegs to fit your body. Instead of you twisting to fit the bike is built to fit you. For the rider who wants that classic thump but doesn't want to spend 5 figures, the Royal Enfield Meteor 350 is unbeatable. You can buy this brand new for roughly $4,600. It isn't fast, top speed is barely 70, but the torque is low and friendly. The secret weapon here is the Tripper navigation pod. It's a tiny circular screen next to the speedometer that connects to your phone and just shows arrows for turns. It's perfect for seniors who don't want a massive iPad screen on their handlebars or complex menus to navigate, but still want to know where they're going without taping a map to the tank. This next used legend has a secret mechanical feature that means you'll never have to touch a greasy chain again. It's the Yamaha V-Star 650. Look for the classic or custom models. You can find these for $3,000 all day long. The reason it's on this list is the final drive. It uses a shaft drive, not a chain. That means no cleaning, no lubricating, and no adjusting. You just ride it. For anyone tired of getting down on their knees to scrub a greasy chain, this feature alone is worth the price of admission. It has that classic air-cooled look and plenty of chrome, so you fit in at any bike night without the heavy price tag. If you think your riding days are over because your left hand can't squeeze a clutch anymore, this next bike has a cheat code that changes everything. Meet the Honda CTX 700, specifically the DCT model. DCT stands for dual clutch transmission. There is no clutch lever and no shift lever. It's fully automatic. If your left hand cramps up in heavy traffic, this bike gives you your freedom back. It uses half of a Honda Fit Car engine with a relaxed 6,500 RPM redline, so it runs smoothly and gets incredible gas mileage. It also has a low fairing that pushes wind off your chest without being a massive sail. It looks a bit like a futuristic bat cycle, but the comfort is undeniable. Section 3. The Forever Bikes, Reliability and Maintenance. We have covered weight and we have covered seat height. But there is a third factor that keeps older riders off the road: maintenance anxiety. Nobody wants to spend their Saturday morning wrestling with a carburetor or worrying if their bike will start after sitting for 3 weeks. This category is dedicated to the Forever Bikes. These are the Japanese icons that require almost zero wrenching. You just change the oil, put gas in them, and they run until the sun burns out. Kick this off with the Suzuki V-Strom 650, second generation. It might not be pretty, but for a bad back, it is medicine. The riding position is completely neutral, no reaching, no crunching. The 650 cubic centimeters V-twin is legendary. Hitting 100,000 miles with just fluid changes is common. It's the Swiss Army knife of motorcycles that does everything well. Next is a bike with a cult following because it hides a massive storage compartment right where you'd expect the gas tank to be. It's the Honda NC 700X, or 750X. It has a cult following for 2 reasons. First, the frunk. Honda moved the gas tank under the seat, turning the tank area into storage big enough for a helmet. Second, the engine is built for easy power. You don't have to rev it high to get moving. It's smooth, quiet, and sips gas. Since the fuel is stored low under the seat, the bike feels much lighter than it actually is. For those who miss the good old days of motorcycling but don't miss the oil leaks, look at the air-cooled era, Triumph Bonneville T100. I'm talking about the models from the early 2000s up to 2015. These capture the 1960s aesthetic perfectly, but start every time you hit the button. They are surprisingly easy to live with because they carry their weight low. It's a bike that sparks conversations at every gas station. But unlike the vintage bikes it mimics, it won't leave you stranded on the side of the road waiting for a trailer. Then there is the Suzuki SV650. This is the universal answer to almost any motorcycle question. Parts availability is endless because Suzuki has been making them largely unchanged for 2 decades. If you drop it in the driveway, a replacement lever costs $12 and you can find it at any shop. It has a spirited V-twin character that sounds great and pulls hard, giving you that big bike feel without the heavy cruiser vibration. It's narrow, nimble, and just fun enough to keep you grinning without being aggressive enough to get you in trouble. If you like the idea of a cruiser but want something that looks a bit more modern, check out the Honda Shadow Phantom 750. This is the anti-chrome cruiser. It's blacked out, sleek, and understated. But the real win here is the shaft drive. Just like the Yamaha V-Star, you never have to clean a chain. It's a Honda shaft drive system, which is practically agricultural in its durability. You buy it, you ride it, and you ignore it. For a rider who just wants to twist the throttle and go, it's perfect. Finally, we have the Kawasaki Versys 650. This is for the rider whose local roads are falling apart. It has long travel suspension that soaks up the bumps that would usually jar your spine on a standard cruiser. It also comes with an adjustable windshield. Wind fatigue is a real thing as you get older. Fighting a 70 miles per hour blast on your chest tires you out fast. The Versys creates a nice pocket of still air, letting you ride twice as long before you feel the need to pull over and stretch. It's an ugly duckling to some, but from the saddle, it feels like a luxury tourer that went on a diet. Section 4. The 2026 Value Disruptors, Tech and Features. We are ending with the bikes that are currently flipping the entire industry upside down. For years, if you wanted safety features like traction control or premium finishes, you had to spend $12,000 or more. That is simply not true anymore. A new wave of manufacturing partnerships is bringing high-end tech to the sub-$6,000 price point, and these are arguably the smartest buys on the market right now for anyone on a fixed income. Look at the Triumph Speed 400. 5 years ago, the idea of a brand new Triumph for $4,995 was a joke. But here it is. It puts out 40 horsepower, which is plenty for the highway, but the fit and finish are pure British premium. It has gold anodized forks and paint quality that embarrasses Japanese bikes costing twice as much. It gives you that pride of ownership, pulling up to the cafe on a real Triumph, without draining your retirement fund or forcing you to manage a heavy machine. Then there is the CF450CL. This is the bike that should make Honda nervous. It targets the Rebel 500 directly, but adds a genuine Gates belt drive. That means, like the big expensive cruisers, you have zero chain maintenance. It also comes with a full-color TFT display and traction control standard, features that are usually optional extras. It looks like a custom bike that costs twice as much. The engine has a deep, growling sound that usually only comes on expensive bikes. It gives you modern tech and style without the high price tag. If you need something with more highway presence, look at the Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. This sits right on the border of our price cap used, but it's worth the stretch. Unlike the smaller 350S, this is a proper highway cruiser. It has a wide, substantial seat and inverted forks that make it feel planted at 75 miles per hour. It doesn't get blown around by semi-trucks like the lighter bikes, but it keeps the weight low enough to manage. It is effectively the Goldwing experience shrunk down to a manageable, affordable size. We also have the newcomer, the Hero Maverick 440. This bike is built specifically for low-end torque. It doesn't care about top speed. It cares about pulling away from a stoplight effortlessly, without needing to slip the clutch constantly. It's incredibly forgiving to ride and undercuts almost everything else in the segment on price. It's a simple, honest machine that feels robust and ready for daily duty. But my number one pick for 2026 is a bike that breaks the biggest rule of cruiser design to give you the most comfortable seat on this entire list. It's the Honda SCL 500. It uses the same bulletproof engine as the Rebel, but it's a scrambler style. That means it has a long, flat bench seat. You aren't locked into one bucket position. You can scoot back to stretch your arms or slide forward for control in tight turns. It has an upright, commanding riding position that is easy on the knees, handles gravel roads if you live down a long driveway, and cruises comfortably on the freeway. It is the most versatile, practical, and comfortable motorcycle you can buy for the money today. Conclusion: the smart choice. The pattern here is obvious. The industry wants to sell you heavy, expensive touring bikes that end up collecting dust because they are a chore to ride. But the smart money is on these lighter, neutral, and feature-rich machines that actually keep you on the road. Don't buy for the ego, buy for the ride. Let me know in the comments which of these 21 fits your garage, and subscribe for more honest budget breakdowns.